time for another legend. This one is about a poor farmer, an angel ox, and an emperor. What country? That's right, China.
Please welcome Mr. Nicholson and Mrs. Soames' classes.
When the world was new and people first lived on Earth, crops were hard to raise, and there was never enough food for everyone. The High Emperor of the Sky walked across the clouds, and he saw how hard people were working. He called the ox star to him. The ox star came flying through the air, and he said, I want you to go down to the earth and tell people to eat only one meal every 3 days with an occasional snack as well, and then they won't have to work so hard. So the ox star flew off with the message. Down on earth, the farmers were working hard. They had to plow all by themselves. The ox star arrives, and he said, I have a message for you from the emperor. He said, what was that message, he said? Oh, I remember. You're supposed to eat 3 meals every day with an occasional snack as well. When the farmers heard this, they were very happy, and they ran home to tell everybody how much they got to eat now. When the ox star got back up into the heavens, the High Emperor realized that the ox had given the wrong message. Now there would be even less food to go around. Since you have given people the wrong advice, you had better go down to earth and help them put things right. You will become the people's servant, helping them plow the soil and raise enough crops for their 3 meals a day and occasional extra snack. So the ox went sadly down to earth, and he and his descendants have been a man's servant ever since that day. Meanwhile, up in the heavens, 7 beautiful maidens wove the glorious tapestry of the night sky. But the sun's early rays melted the night, so that day after day, the maidens had to weave the night sky again. Down on earth, the farmers plowed the soil with the help of their ox. There was a cowherd boy named Shang with nothing but an old ox and a poor piece of land. One evening, exhausted from his work, he sat down with his ox. He said, even though you are only an ox, you are my closest friend, and I'm not happy, and I don't know why. Perhaps the answers are up in the stars. And then he looked into the sky, and suddenly the ox stood up and spoke. Please don't be so sad, master. I can help you. I am the ox star, and I really belong in heaven. I was sent here to work hard as a punishment. But you have been a good master to me, so I will help to find you a friend who will make you happy. Tomorrow, follow the willow tree to the silver pond where the rainbow ends. There, 7 maidens gather water to brighten the stars in the sky. The youngest and fairest is May. She will remain with you if you hide her magic outer robe, for without it she cannot return to the heavens. So they started out the next day, and Shang came upon a small pond, and there was a soft, misty rain. As he watched, the sun appeared and made a rainbow. rainbow were 7 maidens gathering water to brighten the stars. They took off their coats, and Shang came forward and grabbed the most delicate robe and hid it. One by one, as they filled their jars, they put on their coats and flew back to their celestial homes. All except May, who was looking frantically for her robe. May started to cry, but Shang stepped out of his hiding place and played a soft song of welcome on his flute. Soon songs of friendship fluttered around them like butterflies. The two were so happy, they skipped home to Chang's house. And they skipped on over to their house, and there May started making a meal for them, and they had tea. The other farmers went out to work. The sun came out. It was a long, hot day. May was making a meal of pork and rice wrapped in tea leaves. She gave it to Chang and a loving scratch for the ox, and off they went to work. It was very hot. The sun kept shining and shining, and it was past midnight. Shane started home. Even though the sun was still up in the sky, the farmers went home as well. When he got home, he told May the story of how they'd been working and working in the hot sun, and the sun seemed angry. May burst into tears. It's my fault the sun is angry with me. Without my help, my sisters are unable to finish the tapestry of the night sky. The sun has not been able to rest. He's tired and angry. I must return. Shang grabbed the coat that he had taken from her, and he gave it back to her. And the minute she took it, in flew a flock of magpies. May flew over and held on to the magpies and flew up into the heavens. And the magpies carried the night sky across the sky. Chang was lonely, but his ox said, "Bird boy, I will do you one last act of kindness. I shall die here before returning to heaven. As soon as I'm dead, take my hide and put it around you. Then you will find your friend May." Then the ox dropped down dead. Chang took his hide, put it around his shoulders, and found himself flying up into the sky among the stars of the Milky Way. And there were the celestial maidens. But May and Shang were separated by the Milky Way. How would they ever get together? Just then the celestial magpies appeared from every corner of the world. As their wings touched, they formed a bridge, and May and Shang ran lightly across it to join each other. They were so glad to be together that the night never got finished woven. They played and danced and celebrated day after day after day. Finally, the High Emperor had to come in. He said, when May is together with Chang, she cannot get any work done and all the earth suffers. So once a year, the magpies will form a bridge to unite you. Even today, we can see Chang and May on the 7th day of the 7th month up in the nighttime sky. They are the two bright stars on each side of the Milky Way that meet on July 7th across their bridge of magpies. Let's have the magpies take a bow.